create some confusion. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. On the move is the 30. Running toward the tape. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Find some fresh air. Afterburner's coming. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
To the air, it's Wells. Finds his man. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Going up top on first down. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in this.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Direct snap. Giving him his pads. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He wants to throw. Trying to... Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the field.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking downfield, it's Wells. Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered, pick up the first. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Stands in and takes the hit. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a...
Nothing but green ahead. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Penn State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Dropping back, it's Wells. He makes the grab. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Trying to convert this second and short. The run from the shotgun. At the 35, he's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Defense in press coverage. They'll throw it from the red zone. Completes it in the middle. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll let it fly. They're working that left side, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Penn State 14, Oregon 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On second down, he's looking downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. And he intercepts it. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Wells. Got his man down the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks.
Touchdown, Oregon.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
At the 40, there he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tap that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
The give to the tailback. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Nittany Lions will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to him on the ground. Showing off the arms. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Ready to fire from the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Dropping back, it's Wells. Throws for the tight end. He's got him wide open. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, with that last completion. He's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Shoots it to the left. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
Fires to the tight end. And the Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy who can
throws for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oregon.
Touchdown.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
That makes the score Oregon 21.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
Getting set for the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out route. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. And he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Dropping back, it's Wells. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Pulls it in at the 25. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Penn State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Iowa has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since the great Hawkeye wave. But this has been a nip-and-tuck affair in Iowa City. They're up by 13 over the Astronauts. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Wells. They're trying to get to it. He's going to run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He makes the connection. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Henry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Wells. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
He'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with him. At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to add another. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop. Or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Going up top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that timing.
The give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The sure hands, it's Henry. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they took the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Wells. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Ducks are in the hurry up. On second down, wants to throw. Coming after it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Still running at the 40. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offensive coordinators don't really have play sheets for 3rd and 75. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but when you put yourself in a bad situation, backed up like this, you know, with mistakes and negative plays, not many plays in the playbook you can come.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Penn State 35, Oregon 21.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Now on second down. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The fair catch called for and made. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Makes his connection. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They want to just keep throwing it. He's got the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Slams it ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. On second down, wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
The give as they work on that clock. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down.
How about that? Fourth down, I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on fourth down. There's just nothing they can do to stop you.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. He'll try it again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Nittany Lions enter the final minute with the lead. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. You want to talk about building confidence and coming through with clutch plays. Making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.